Welcome, everyone. This is Joe Degger, the host of the Business 901 podcast. With me today is Bill Capodagli. Bill is one of the most recognized storytellers in the cultures of Disney and Pixar, educating audiences with Walt Disney's original success formula of dream, believe, dare, do that is used by entrepreneurs and Fortune 500 companies alike. I'm honored by your appearance, Bill. I see that you have the storyboard behind you. So as we talked before, you sort of walk the walk.
We do. Thanks for having me, Joe. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, thanks for your participation and excited about the third edition of the Disney Way. When did you first publish that first edition?
Well, the first edition, I think the publishing date is 1997, but it was like December of 1997. So 1998 was the first year it was out.
The understatement, maybe, to say it was well received, okay, back leading to several other books. But what did you really think excited people back then?
Well, I think it was the culture of Disney. I mean, everybody, we've all grown up on Disney, and Disney has created one of the best known brands in the world. And for business people to be able to identify with that brand and then see how their secret of Walt's secret of dream, believe, dare, do could apply to just about any business around. I think that's the thing that really enticed organizations and leaders, to read about it.
I have to say, I have both of the first two editions, okay? I kind of enticed the second edition, got me to buy it because, I could buy the Kindle version now, okay?
Right.
I justified it to myself. But I also have the field book, Leading the Speed of Change. I've attended Disney training. Why might I want to buy that third edition?
Sure. The second edition deals with, after the first edition came out, some of our criticism was that, well, gee, this is something that you helped with other companies, and we featured some of our prime clients in that, like Whirlpool and Bristol Myers and such. So after about 7 years of the first edition coming out, we looked around for companies that we weren't working with that have embraced these principles, and that's how the second edition came into being. Companies like the accounting firm of Ernst & Young, the Men's Warehouse, Four Seasons Hotels, all those that embraced Walt's principles of dream, believe, dare, do. Well, this edition, when McGraw-Hill approached us about a year ago and said, gee, do you have any new clients and new stories, and how about implementation? How can people do this? And over the past years, we've been working with a lot of startups and a lot of organizations that were trying to really change their culture, really trying to revamp their culture to become more customer-centric. The same week that McGraw-Hill asked us to think about revamping the book into a third edition, we got this call from a little company out in the West Coast. And they said that they really loved our book and invited me to come out and talk to their startup organization. And I was traveling at the time. I got this email, and I didn't recognize the name. When I came back and I talked to my wife, who's my co-author, she says, "You don't know who Tyra Banks is?" And when I saw her picture, of course, I remembered, who she was. And so when I thought about that, I talked to Tyra and I said, "Would you be willing to be featured in our book as a startup organization if I came out and helped you for the better part of a week, get things going?" And she said, "Oh, I'd love that," and she has, and it was a great experience.
Well, maybe some of my listeners don't know who Tyra Banks.
Well, Tyra Banks is a supermodel, a talk show host, a producer. She produced a very successful, the world's top model, and an actress. I mean, and now she is the CEO of a cosmetic company called Tyra Beauty. And rather than just put her name on a product like many celebrities do, she went out and went to Harvard business training for 3 years, not an MBA, but she learned about business from the Harvard Business School training, and she is putting together this company that she wants to be her legacy.
I've enjoyed this time very much, Bill. What's the best way for someone to contact you and learn more about the Disney Way?
Sure, at our website, www.capojac, that's CAPOJAC.com.
I encourage everybody to take a look at the Disney Way. I can't think of a better way to spend a weekend than reading that book, okay?
Thanks, Joe. You're very
Okay.
kind.
Thanks again. This podcast will be available on the Business 901 iTunes Store and the Business 901 website. So thanks, everyone, for joining us.